Hello dear student, I welcome you all in Sales and Retail Management, that is KMB MK01. Today I am going to discuss types of sales personnel and characteristics of salesmen. These are the learning objective of our lectures today: definition of personal sales personnel, types of sales personnel and characteristics of successful salesmen. See, the salesman is a very important part of any organization, and salesman is a very important part of all kind of selling activities. If you have a good salesman in your hand, then you can sell out anything in the market. Even you can sell out pen, needle, aeroplane or anything which company is having, and company can sell out anything in the market to the customer, because salesman is directly influencing the customer. They are trying to identifying needs, wants and demand of the customer, and ultimately their main objective is to sell product to the customer. Now, what actually the definition of a salesman? A salesperson is a person who sells things either in a shop or directly to customer on behalf of a company. See, what you have to do, that being a salesperson, you have to directly sell things to the customer either in a shop or directly to the customer's doorstep. Now, take the example of any pharmaceutical company where the MR is going to sell product to the doctor. Now, doctor is not a ultimate customer, doctor is not a end customer, but doctor is in between the sales manager and the customer, because doctor will prescribe the things and doctor will tell the things to the customer that this medicine will be most suitable for you, and if you will use this medicine, then your disease will be cured. Now, let us discuss the types of the sales personnel. There are the three types of the sales personnel: order takers, order creators and order getter. Now, when you are talking about this diagram, here the order getters, sales support and the order takers, here the things is high and creating selling is low, order processing is low and order processing is high. Now, let us discuss these order takers, order creators and the order getters in detail. The first one is the order takers. Now, when you are talking about the order takers, order taker is a person who generally takes order from the customer. Now, it may be of three kind: inside order takers, delivery sales people and outside order takers. When you are talking inside order takers, they generally takes orders inside the organization. Like if someone is sitting in the mall, the customer has already selected the product. Now, the product in their basket, they are going to the payment option, and at that time they will give payment. Now, this person will be called as the inside order taker. Delivery order sales people are those people who generally deliver things to the customer. And when you are talking about the outside order takers, the outside order takers generally takes order from the outside the organization. They directly meet the customer and they take order from the customer. Now, order creators are missionary sales people, and these are the staff who normally do not close the sale, but persuade, mind this word, persuade the customer to promote the sales, the brand. I gave this example earlier, the example of the medical representative and the persons who are directly involved in the pharmaceutical company. What they do, that they generally meet the doctor, they are just motivating the doctor to prescribe their medicine to the customer, because customers are the end customers and they will generally take the medicines from the doctor's counter or from the doctor's OPD or from any pharmaceutical counter. So, what doctor is doing, that doctor is gaining information or getting information from the MR, and after all what they are doing, that they are giving this information to the customer, and customer will be satisfied and they will buy product from the counter. So, that is how the company is fulfilling their target, that is how the company is using the doctor, and company is satisfying doctor, and company is just motivating doctor to prescribe their medicine to the customer. Now, order getters, frontline sales people and sales support sales people. Frontline sales people are those sales people who are generally directly interacting with the customer. So, if you are there and you are directly interacting with the customer, you can easily motivate the customer so that you can sell your product to the customer. Suppose if you are standing in a mall, if you are standing in a grocery store, if you are standing in a like garment store where you are having lots of problem, you are quite perplexed that which product you have to buy and which product is the most suitable product to you. At that time one sales girl will come and she will motivate you, sir, this product is the most suitable product for you and you can buy this product. This way the frontline salespeople works. Now the sales support salespeople are those people who generally support the selling things. Like if you are talking about this frontline salespeople, what they generally do, new business salespeople. New business salespeople means the persons who are involving in the new business of the company. The company has already launched a new product in the market, like Apple iPhone is there. Now what sales manager is doing and what sales executive is doing, that they are trying to motivate the customer to buy this product. If you are in the laptop industry, if you are in the laptop store, then if any product is there, like MI laptop is there and Lenovo laptop is there, some other companies laptops is there. So what you are doing, if customer is coming, then you are directly meeting to the customer, you will be involving in the personal selling process, you will persuade, you will educate, you will inform, and ultimately you will try to sell product to the customer. Now your basic objective is, when you are interacting with the customer, that you have to motivate customer, you have to allure the customer so that a customer can buy your product. Now organizational salespeople will also be involving in the other organizational activities. They will be involving in generating the leads, they will be involving in converting leads into the final sales, they will be involving in the information providing to the customer, they will be attending the customer complaint, they will be involving in all kind of other organizational activities, training and other things, so that they can motivate customer to buy their ultimate product. Now the consumer salespeople are those salespeople who are directly involved to the consumers, who are directly motivating the customers so that customer can buy your product. Now second is the person, that is the sales support salespeople. So when you are talking about the sales support salespeople, that is the technical support salespeople. Suppose if I am using laptop, or if I am using mobile phone, or if I am using printer, generally you buy a laptop and again after some day you buy a printer, and what happen that there is some problem in the printer, the paper jam problem is there, the paper printout is not coming smoothly. Then what you would do? You would call to the salespeople, and that technical support salespeople will help you a lot, that how you can get rid of from this problem. So this is how technical support people will help to the customer. Now the merchandisers are those people who are directly involved in the merchant activities, like taking orders and delivering orders to the customer. So this is how you can find out that these sales people will help to the customer. Now the characteristics of the successful salesman. So when you are talking about the characteristics of the successful salesman, the first and the far most important thing is the physical characteristics. So when you are talking about the physical characteristics, so many things are important in the physical characteristics. The first thing which is important in the physical characteristics is the appearance. So appearance means that if you are going to the customer's office, or if you are going to the customer's house, when you are entering or directly talking to the customer, at that time the customer should energize himself. Sometimes what happens that some ordering is coming to your body, and you are not looking good, you are wearing the jeans, you are wearing the half jacket, even you are wearing the gun suited jeans or the monkey wash jeans, so it doesn't look nice. So what you have to do, that you have to be very formal, you have to wear a tie if possible, you have to wear a coat if possible, you have to wear a half jacket if possible. But if the things are not possible, if the things are not in your hand, then what you have to do, that you have to be very formal. If you are not formal, then customer will not like you, and customer will never be motivated by you, by your conversation, because you are directly involving in the personal communication, you are directly involving in the personal selling. So what you need to do, that you need to understand that appearance is very important in the personal selling. And as far as the salesman is concerned, those who are involving directly in the personal selling, their appearance is very important. So always look like a good boy, and whenever you are going to the customer, at that time just look at yourself in front of the mirror and ask how I am looking today. And if the mirror is saying yes, it is okay, your appearance is good, then it's okay, you can go ahead and you can go to the customer and you can talk about your product. Then second one is the health. if you are coughing, if you are sneezing, and if some fever is there in your body and you are not feeling well, your stomach pain is there, you have backache problem, your muscles are paining, you are suffering from headache. So what would happen, that your body will not support to your statement, and at that time you will never be communicate properly with your customer. So what happened, that whenever you are going to the customer, at that time you need to recover all things, all such things from your body. So what happened, that you have to provide better communication to the customer. So your body should be healthy. For that, what salesman can do, that salesman can adopt certain things in their life, like regular doing the yoga, meditations, exercise. These are the things by which you can keep yourself healthy and wealthy. So this is how this health is important. Then the posture, the way you are looking, the way you are standing, the way you are talking to the customer. If you are talking like this, if you are doing like this, if you are saying like this, if this kind of posture you will do, then what would happen, it would be quite demotivating to the customer. Your eye contact should be good, your kinesics should be good. Suppose if you are telling to a customer, suppose I am giving you one example, hello dear friend, this is a product which I want to detail you. Or if you will say like this, hello dear friend, this is a product which I want to detail you. Now look at my body language, look at my posture, that how I am telling to the customer. Because if you are talking to a customer, at that time you should show your zeal, you should show your enthusiasm, and if you are not showing your enthusiasm, you are not showing your zeal, then this would be not a good communication, or you will never be motivated, you will never be educate the customer, and you will never be able to sell your product to the customer. Then speech, if you are speaking too fast, it's not okay. If you are speaking too slow, it's not okay. If you are fumbling during your speech, it's not okay. If you are taking like big pauses, it's not okay. So what happened, that your pitch, your modulation, your voice, everything should be perfect. Before going to the customer's house, before going to the customer's office, what you have to do, that you have to rehearse yourself. You have to stand in front of the mirror, and you have to detail in front of the mirror to your product, and so that you can easily see where you are lacking. See, everyone can lack, everyone is having certain weaknesses, we all not are God, so that we are not perfect. Everyone have some imperfections, everyone have some difficulties in speaking, and when you are talking to a customer, or customer may ask anything, or at that time if you fumbled, or if you will feel that you are in a tough situation. So don't feel like this. Your speech, your modulation, your voice, your volume, everything should be so perfect that customer will like to hear your voice, and customer will be motivated with your detailing and with your communication. So these are the points which we discuss in the physical characteristics: appearance, health, posture, and the speech. Now come to the next point, that is the mental characteristics. When you are talking about the mental characteristics, your accuracy. Suppose if you are dealing a product, suppose if you are dealing a mobile phone, or if you are just selling a flat to the customer, then you should be very accurate. If customer is asking you what is the carpet area of this flat, then you should know what is actually the carpet area means. If customer is asking what is the size of my drawing room, then you should know what is the size of drawing room. If customer is asking you what is the area of construction, then you should know what actually the area of construction. If customer is asking is there any facility of 24 hours electricity backup, is there any facility of 24 hours water supply, is there any facility of other grocery stores, other things, gym, gymnasium, or bank, at that time you should be very accurate and meticulous. One excess word, you may lose the customer. Or if you are building castle in the air, if you are beating around the bush, if you are boosting your product, and if you are saying sir you will get this, if you are buying this product and the customer is not getting all such things, if he has bought the product, then what would happen, that customer will never come to you. So you need to understand this thing. If customer is buying your product, then you should be very accurate. Alertness. Alertness means that you should be quite alert. You should show your tenacity. You should grip your communication. If you are not showing your tenacity, if you are not showing your like grip on your communication, and if you are not quite resilience during the communication, then it would be a biggest problem for you. So what you have to understand, that when you are communicating your customer, at that time you should be quite alert. You should give each and every responses to the customer. If you are talking to a customer and if you are looking here and there, and if customer is sitting in front of you and you are talking like this, sir, I want to tell this product to you, at that time customer will never like you. So what happened, that you should be very alert. If the customer is raising a questions which shows the demerits of your product, then you should have facts and figures in your hand, and you can show to the customer, sir, see, we are certified, we are medically approved, and we have got this certification from ISO, we have got this certification from other agency, so there is no problem in my product. Although you will say, sir, there may be a problem with some customer due to some other background, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, my product is good and my product will suit to you, and you can buy freely my product, and it would be quite helpful to you in your future life. Then imagination. Imagination means you should imagine the customer, that how this product will work for you. Suppose if you are selling some kitchen appliances to the lady, at the time you can tell to the lady, madam, you can use this knife in this way, madam, you can use this modular kitchen in this way, madam, this cupboard will help you to systematize your all utensils in the kitchen. So this is how you can help for the imagination of the customer, and you can help the customer that this would be my dream product. So when you are showing to the customer, at that time the customer should think, oh yes, I am using it and I am happy with using this product. So this way you can motivate the customer, and this way customer will definitely buy your product. So you need to understand that how this alertness, how this imagination is important. Initiative. So you should always take the initiative. Look at the sales girl in the mall. When you enter into the mall, at that time the sales girl will come and she will ask you, sir, may I help you? What product you are searching and for what purpose you are searching? So what she or he is trying to do, that she is trying to get information from your side. So that is called as the initiative. So you should take the initiative when you are talking to the customer. If the initiative is not being taken by you, so you may lose a customer. So your initiative, your imagination, your alertness, your accuracy, everything is very important when you are talking to a customer. Now the social characteristics. When you are talking to the social characteristics, the first one is ability to interact individual. So how you are interacting with an individual, how you are talking to a different customer, because as we know that all fingers are not same. In the same way, all customers are not same. Some are aggressive, some are polite, some are calm, some are cool, and some are not really interested to hear from your side. So what you have to do, that you have to understand the customer, you have to understand the individual. If you are able to understand the individual, if you are able to identify their personality, then what would happen, you can easily sell out your product to the customer. So your ability to interact the individual is very important. Courteous is very important part in the salesmanship. If you are not courteous, customer will not like you. The way you are entering into the room, the way you are greeting to the customer, the way you are sitting in front of the customer, the way you are taking tea in front of the customer, the way you are drinking the water in front of the customer, these all matters a lot. And when you are involving in the organizational selling, at that time what would happen, that somebody who is the vice president or the managing director of the company, he is sitting in front of you and he will observe each and every activity which you perform during the selling. So your courteous nature, your courtesy is very important. the way you are offering the product, the way you are showing the product, the way you are showing the mobile, the way you are showing the laptop, that is all very important. The way you are giving information to the customer, that is all very important. So you need to understand, if you are not courteous enough, that product cannot be bought by the company, that product cannot be bought by the salespeople. So here you have to follow all such things. Then cooperative, you should cooperate with customer. If you are not cooperating with customer, then what would happen, that customer will not like your attitude. If you are showing your aggressive attitude, if you are not calm, if you are not polite, then customer will not like you. You should cooperate in sharing the information. You should cooperate to the customer that these are the very important things for you, and if you are not showing these things to the customer, then customer will not buy your product, customer will not like your product. So the cooperative, courteous and ability to interact individual is the social characteristics of the customer. So if you are not showing these things, because we all are social human beings, on if we are not showing these social activities in front of the customer, customer will not like your product, and this would be a like drawback of your company, this would be a drawback of your communication. Then the personal characteristics, you should be quite ambitious. So if you have certain things, or if you are quite ambitious in the market, so what you have to do, that you will create more customer in the market. Sometime what happen, that company has given you target of selling of 100 units in a month, then you achieve the target and you sit calm and cool and you say that okay, I have already achieved the target, what is the requirement to sell more product and more unit to the customer. Now here you keep these things in the mind, that today you are selling the 100 units and tomorrow you have to sell more 100 units. So what you have to do, that you should be quite ambitious, because if you are not ambitious, then there is no scope of yours in the company's profile. So what you have to do, that you have to find out more customer, you have to show your ambitions, there should be a definite target of your life, there should be a definite goal in your life. If your goal, mission, vision and objective is not clear, then there is no scope of yours, there is no further opportunity of yours in the company. So here you have to understand that company should that customer, that sales people should show the ambitions. Passion. So when you are talking about the passion, means you should have zeal to attract the customer. You should be quite passionate. There is somebody is saying that I am so passionate for English music, I am so passionate for Kishore Kumar, and I am so passionate for doing this thing. In the same way, you should be quite passionate. You should work for 24/7. It doesn't mean that you will not sleep, you will not eat, you will not enjoy your life, but it means that you have to work for the company, you have to work for the customer, you have to work for the product. When you are talking to someone, when you are talking to your relatives, when you are talking to anyone who is very close to you, at that time the things should be going into your mind, that tomorrow I have to achieve certain targets, tomorrow I have to go to the customer, and tomorrow I have to talk to the some other people in the market, so that I can easily sell out product to the customer. Tenacity. Tenacity means you can easily grip the situation. If something went wrong, then you can easily grip the situation, है ना? So what happened, that if you are not showing this thing, then it will never be good for you. So what you have to do, that you can easily grip the situation. You can, if you have done some silly mistakes during the communication, if you have done some silly mistakes during communication or in your personal selling, so what you have to do, that you have to easily grip the situation, you can easily hold a situation, you can calm, you can breathe, and so that you can recover the things. Then resilience. Resilience means recovering the things. If you have done mistakes, suddenly recover it, suddenly show some other things to the customer. If you have said anything wrong to the customer, then tell to the customer the most important aspects of your product. Then this way you can easily sell product to the customer. Then commitment. Everyone should be committed. There should be 100% attitude from your side. If you are not committed, if you are not dedicated and honest, then how you would sell product to the customer? So when you are talking to the customer, when you are communicating with your customer, at that time you should show your 100% commitment. And if you are not showing your 100% commitment, you will not be able to sell your product to the customer. So this is how this works. Then again some other characteristics are there. Patience, dhair, means everyone should have some patience in their life. You should listen customer very calmly, very coolly, then only you will be able to sell your product to the customer. So patience is bitter, but the fruit is sweet. So that is you need to understand. Okay, like if you are patientfully listening to the customer, then it would be quite bitter for you. But if you are listening it carefully, if you are listening it patientfully, then it would be very grateful for you for your future selling, and you can convert this customer to a prospect customer. So everyone is a customer, everyone can be converted as a prospect customer. Then accountability, you are very accountable for company, you are very accountable for the company. There is a responsibility which you are shouldering in front of the customer. So you should not be very casual, you should not be very like light in front of the customer. What you have to do, that you should show some accountability, you should show this thing that I am accountable, what I am saying, I am accountable, what I am showing to you, what I am demonstrating, it will be like as per my word by word. So that is how you will show your accountability. Then listening. So like we have already discussed this thing so many times, that listening is very important. If you are a salesman or if you are a sales manager, you should listen it carefully, you should listen your customer carefully, and if you are not listening it carefully, then this would be a problem for you. Then time management, every should manage their time. If customer has given you appointment, then you should reach on time. If you are not reaching on time, then there would be a problem for you, because customer will never wait for a single second for you. You can wait for the customer for 1 hour or 2 hours, but customer will never wait for you for 1 minute or 1 hour. So what happens, that you have to manage your time, you have to make a schedule of your life, and then you can go to the customer and you can motivate customer that this is the best product available in the market and you can buy it. Then more as consultant than as a sales people. So you have to understand that you should be behave like a consultant, not as a sales people. You have to give information to the customer so that you can sell product to the customer. Goal oriented, there is a specific goal in your mind, you have to bang the target so that you can easily sell product to the customer. Then technology savvy, you should have all kind of technology in your hand, like mobile phone, laptops, everything should be in your bag, and you can tell to the customer that this is good for your life. Then relationship driven, you should always maintain a relationship with the customer, and if you are not maintaining a relationship with your customer, then you cannot sell product to the customer. Then responsibilities of a salesman. So when you are talking about the responsibilities of a salesman, you need to understand that what are your basic responsibility, so that you can sell things to the customer. If you are understanding this thing, that what are your basic responsibility, then you can easily sell product things to the customer. The selling is your ultimate responsibility, your prime responsibility is selling, that you have to sell product to the customer. If you are not selling good product to the customer, then customer will not buy your product. Why? You have been hired by the company, you have been hired by the company to sell product to the customer. You are not hired by the company to waste their place, to occupy the chair in the office. You have to go move around, you have to go here and there, so that you can motivate customer to buy your product. Then guiding, you can behave like a information provider, you can behave like a expert, you can guide the customer, you can guide him to buy the product. Look at the doctors and the MR's relationship. MR is having just MBA degree and they are selling product to the doctor, and doctor is MBBS, MS, and every knowledge he has. But what MR is doing, that MR is guiding to the customer. Then attending the complaints, so you need to attend the complaints so that you can handle all kind of situation, you can handle all kind of things in the market. Reporting is the also important part. You can report to the customer, you can report to the company. Attending the sales meet, you have to attend certain sales meet in the market, you have to attend certain sales meet in the company, so that you can motivate the customer. Organizing, you have to organize each and everything in the market, so that you can sell more product to the customer. Promotion of goodwill, this is the important task of yours, that you have to promote your goodwill in the market. Then working with middlemen, so you have to work with middlemen, retailers, wholesalers and distributors, so that you can motivate more customer, you can get feedback and you can satisfy the customer. So thank you all, thanks you very much.